Micah Parsons suggests he might leave the Cowboys in the future. An in-depth analysis packed with triggers to keep you hooked until the final second. You, an avid NFL fan, have surely felt that chill in your stomach at the thought of one of the sport's greatest rising stars contemplating leaving your favorite team. That's exactly the nightmare some Dallas Cowboys fans are grappling with right now, especially after comments from the talented pass rusher in a recent interview. But before jumping to any hasty conclusions, let's dive deeper into this intriguing story, marked by questionable decisions, long-standing frustrations, and the eternal desire to hoist a Super Bowl trophy. Stay with us until the end, because you'll be surprised by the twists, possibilities, and emotions surrounding this subject. You won't believe how drastically things could change for the Cowboys. The background is this. The Dallas Cowboys, long referred to as America's team, carry a rich legacy of Super Bowl wins, yet in recent decades, things have gone very differently. They've struggled to make a deep playoff impact, frustrating both fans and players who want to see championship glory return. Owner Jerry Jones has always promised to do whatever it takes to get the team back to the Super Bowl, but his recent moves have seemed more conservative than bold. This contradiction between promises and practice has annoyed not only the fan base but also players who crave more than just appearances in the playoffs. Micah Parsons, one of the team's young defensive stars, seems to fit into that group of the discontented. That's where the story gets really interesting. Could Parsons' patience already be wearing thin? First, let's understand how Parsons became so crucial to Dallas. Drafted in 2021, he quickly emerged as one of the most dominant defenders in his class and soon turned into a key figure in the Cowboys' defensive scheme. His explosive pass rush and leadership helped him earn respect from veterans and newcomers alike. In a hyper-competitive league, having a player who can change a game with one sack, forced fumble, or devastating tackle is invaluable. Recently, he's displayed consistent high-level performance, cementing that his rookie season success wasn't just luck. Losing him would be a nightmare for Dallas. What would push such a talented young athlete to consider a change? Is it simply frustration with losing, or something bigger regarding his relationship with the front office? Meanwhile, Jerry Jones's decision about the new coaching staff made waves. Following all the talk about whether Mike McCarthy would remain, Jones took a safe route by choosing Brian Schottenheimer as the new head coach, or as some outlets said, as an offensive coordinator essentially positioned to succeed McCarthy. Because Schottenheimer doesn't carry a proven track record of success, many fans and analysts alike questioned whether this move would help the team reach the Super Bowl. Why not pursue more high-profile names or do a complete sweep of the market to find a fresh, dynamic approach? That's the question that resonates among fans on social media. Meanwhile, hopes were pinned on the defense led by Dan Quinn and Parsons to keep the team competitive, given how they had been fairly successful in pressuring opposing quarterbacks and forcing turnovers in critical moments. But if the offense and coaching staff fail to complement that effort, how can a defensive star remain patient? Then came Parsons' bombshell comment, where he said he'd consider leaving Dallas if he didn't win a Super Bowl ring there. Even more astonishingly, he explicitly named the Kansas City Chiefs as a possible destination, citing LeSean McCoy's example of switching teams to finally achieve success. For a rising star to talk so openly about joining another franchise is no small matter. Why the Chiefs specifically? Led by Patrick Mahomes and coached by Andy Reid, Kansas City has built a mini dynasty, regularly appearing in AFC Championship games and Super Bowls. It's the ultimate destination for many title-hungry players. Hearing Parsons talk about potentially heading there has undoubtedly sparked panic among Cowboys fans. So what does the future hold for Dallas? A lot depends on whether Jerry Jones is willing to break from his old-fashioned ways. Will he finally make the bold moves needed to bring home the Lombardi Trophy? Or will the Cowboys remain stuck in a cycle of conservative decisions, leaving their hungry players unsettled? Parsons, young and ambitious, knows his market value grows with every sack, forced fumble, and disruptive presence on the field. At any sign of deeper frustration, other teams will eagerly line up to sign him. The Cowboys need him as the anchor of their defense, and letting things get to a point of no return would be catastrophic. Jerry Jones's relationships with star players have sometimes been rocky, and one can't help but wonder if Parsons's words are a reaction to how the owner does business. Could it be that Jones is less open to the idea of big trades or signings that might actually clinch a Super Bowl berth? It's possible. Jones loves having the final say and isn't afraid to defend his decisions, but this approach might risk alienating top talent. Meanwhile, Cowboys fans are understandably impatient. They want more than just hype videos and glimpses of playoff promise. They demand titles. Every failed postseason run, every minor sign of conservatism from the front office, escalates the discontent. Parsons's statements could point to unrest within the locker room. Might this be the first clue that one of the best defenders in the league wants out? The mere thought of him lining up in Kansas City, side by side with Chris Jones under Andy Reid's leadership, is spine-chilling for Dallas and exhilarating for Chiefs fans. If Parsons truly leaves or pushes for a trade in the future, the Cowboys will have to scramble. The pass rush would immediately suffer, and the team would either need a top draft pick or a major free agency signing to fill the void. Also, from a cultural standpoint, losing a vocal leader and role model would deal a huge blow. And of course, there's the public relations debacle. Letting go of a young superstar is the kind of front office move that can spark an avalanche of criticism and a potential drop in brand value. So how can Dallas quell the flames before they engulf the locker room? Possibly by showing real commitment. They could make bolder off-season moves, open dialogues among core players, publicly reaffirm their plan for winning, and ensure that the new coaching staff is ready for big ambitions. Only strong, concrete actions can calm an athlete who's clearly fixated on becoming a champion. Parsons's dilemma also serves as a cautionary tale for all NFL franchises. Top-tier players crave more than big paychecks. They want a winning project, an environment that leverages their skills, and a genuine shot at championship glory. We've seen countless times in the past. If a team can't match the aspirations of its stars, those stars often bolt, sometimes dramatically. If Parsons really ends up leaving, it would upend the Cowboys. They'd lose a generational talent, and the impact on the field, in the locker room, and in public perception would be profound. Could they pivot to a rebuild, focusing on accumulating draft picks in exchange for Parsons? The Cowboys, historically, haven't been keen on a full rebuild. Fans on social media have already started pleading with Parsons not to leave, flooding the internet with messages like, "Micah, you are our future." Many blame Jerry Jones for not investing boldly enough in pursuit of championships, pointing to a track record of playing it too safe. What about you, NFL fan? Where do you stand on this? Share your opinion, and let's discuss this controversy that's rocking the league. One thing is certain. Micah Parsons is one of the finest defenders around, and his statement that he might go elsewhere to find a championship ring is ringing loud for the Cowboys organization. This isn't merely casual chatter or a passing joke. It reflects a deeper dissatisfaction that could escalate. We all know that, in the NFL, nothing remains the same for long. A player might love the city, the fans, and the team owner, but if results aren't forthcoming, the drive to win becomes paramount. This collision of contracts, salaries, personal ambitions, and franchise legacy is a high-stakes chess match, and Jerry Jones must move carefully before it's too late. Keep a close eye on what happens with the Cowboys in the coming months, on Micah Parsons's remarks, and on the direction the coaching staff decides to take. Any new development could shift the balance for better or worse. Stay tuned for updates on this unfolding story that might reshape the NFL's power dynamics. You won't want to miss a single twist. If you found this content valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a single piece of NFL news. Ring the notification bell for instant updates about Micah Parsons, the Dallas Cowboys, the Kansas City Chiefs, and so much more. And remember, behind the scenes of professional football, everything can change at a moment's notice, and only those who watch closely will truly understand how new dynasties form and how certain giants can fall overnight. Don't get left behind. Stay with us to see how this riveting chapter of the NFL concludes.